Washington never anticipated this turn of events regarding Canada's fighter jet replacement saga. The F-35 Lightning II, America's crown jewel in stealth aviation, stood as the presumed victor, envisioned by the Pentagon as the foundation of NATO's future aerial dominance. Yet, Sweden's unexpected intervention shattered that script entirely, with shockwaves rippling through every corridor of the Pentagon. In a strikingly confident maneuver, the Swedish government, working with Saab, delivered a sweeping proposal to Canada, an entire fleet of 88 JES, 39 Gripen aircraft. The package was all-encompassing, crafted to fulfill every operational demand of the Royal Canadian Air Force, including guarantees of full production rights and unrestricted technology transfers. Most crucially, it offered total sovereignty over the aircraft fleet, extending a hand of partnership into Sweden's advanced aerospace ecosystem. For Ottawa, the proposal landed like a tectonic event, reshaping the very foundations of its defense calculus. Canada was nearing the finish line of its exhaustive evaluation process, with finalists F-35 and F/A 18 Super Hornet promising easy interoperability with U.S. systems. The entire process had been structured to reinforce the deep, decades-long defense bond across the North American continent. But Sweden's surprise bid presented a new path, one leading not back to Washington, but towards something far more radical: self-reliance. This dilemma rattled the Pentagon, as the F-35 wasn't merely military hardware. It was an instrument of strategic alignment. Standardizing allies under a single platform cemented operational harmony, streamlined logistics, and kept the American defense industry at the center of global procurement. The Gripen offer undermined that entire architecture, threatening to cascade consequences across NATO if Canada, a NORAD cornerstone, selected a non-American fighter. Sweden's offer represented more than commerce. It was a manifesto of strategic defiance, promoting a vision of air power rooted in independence, flexibility, and efficiency. The JAS 39 Gripen E is a lightweight, single-engine multi-role fighter built for endurance and cost efficiency, thriving on simplicity. It can operate from improvised highways, refuel and reload within minutes, and launch missions under Arctic conditions, ideal for Canada's vast and remote regions. Where the F-35's price tag soars to between $80 and $100 million per unit, the Gripen's acquisition cost hovers near $60 million, with a fraction of the upkeep expenses. Saab has even pledged a fixed price per flight hour, directly appealing to Ottawa's fiscal restraint. Beyond costs, Sweden's trump card lies in transparency, full access to source code, the lifeblood of technological sovereignty. This means Canada could modify, service, and upgrade its aircraft without ever waiting for American approval, an offer unheard of in modern defense deals. The deeper implications extend far beyond economics, as Sweden, long synonymous with neutrality, has been realigning toward NATO. By offering its premier jet to a G7 nation, Stockholm is simultaneously reinforcing its industrial resilience and expanding its geopolitical footprint. Securing a Canadian contract would mark a monumental triumph, validating Swedish aerospace innovation and elevating Sweden's status within the Western Alliance network. The audacity of the proposal ignited a firestorm in Canada's defense and political circles. Supporters hailed the Gripen as a logical, cost-effective choice tailored for Canada's Arctic realities, emphasizing its durability and affordability. Critics, however, warned that breaking from the United States' technological fold risked compromising NORAD's seamless integration. Saab's submission wasn't a mere sales brochure. It was a comprehensive partnership blueprint, matching precisely Canada's stated requirement for 88 Gripen fighters. Most radical of all was the industrial clause, the full transfer of intellectual property, allowing domestic production and independent upgrades. This offer went straight for the jugular of Washington's long-standing dominance, exposing the fragility of U.S. hegemony in allied procurement. The Pentagon's response has been one of disbelief and apprehension, with U.S. officials pointing to the F-35's unmatched stealth and data fusion capabilities. Saab counters with a piercing argument. What good is the world's most advanced fighter if it's too costly to fly? The Gripen may not boast total stealth, But with cutting-edge electronic warfare systems, it offers an alternative form of invisibility grounded in affordability and adaptability. Canada's drawn-out fighter replacement saga, spanning more than a decade, has already endured countless political storms. Earlier attempts to procure the F-35 were derailed by spiraling costs and public outrage, scarring policymakers and making them wary of unchecked commitments. Now, facing renewed scrutiny, Ottawa's decision carries unprecedented geopolitical weight. Canada's immense geography magnifies the stakes, with the world's longest coastline and vast Arctic regions growing strategically vital. The need for durable, cold weather fighters is urgent, and Saab's Gripen, designed for Sweden's own frigid operations, fits the bill perfectly. In contrast, the F-35's dependence on massive infrastructure and delicate maintenance networks poses challenges in isolated northern outposts. Still, economic entanglement complicates matters, as Canadian industries already contribute hundreds of millions of dollars to the F-35 supply chain. Ultimately, the real question isn't which fighter performs better in the skies, it's which choice defines Canada's strategic soul. Opting for the F-35 reaffirms the deep U.S.-Canada bond, preserving full NORAD integration but at the cost of autonomy. Choosing Sweden's Gripen E, however, would mark a bold declaration of independence, a statement that Canada intends to chart its own defense destiny. Analysts expect institutional inertia, political caution, and quiet pressure from the Pentagon to push Ottawa toward the F-35. Yet, Sweden's daring move has already changed the narrative, proving that America's grip on ally procurement is not absolute. Even if the F-35 ultimately wins, the Gripen's challenge has cracked open a door, allowing smaller nations to redefine defense not through dependency, but through choice.